Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Fandom Fights. This is our second video of the day, and you'll notice it's yet another heavyweight match. We have Dominic, Rizzi, and Sandy Robinson duking it out to get into the #1 contenders triple threat match, and it is going to be a bloodbath here today. It's going to be probably match of the year, if you're asking me. But here to call this match with me is the one, the only commissioner, Tim Smith himself. How are you doing?
It's one of those days where I just question life choices, but, I'm here for this one yet again, whoring myself out for services everywhere where needed. So, but it ought to be a good match.
Absolutely. We have both these guys have been on the warpath for this match, for the #1 contenders match, since both of them easily in contention for Rookie of the Year. Both have played a hell of a season so far. Sandy beating Jay Burns and Nico Suave Rigoli to get here. Dom taking down Jeremy Adams to get here, and it's been a series, and this is the finale of it all, and I'm excited to see how it goes. But that's enough babbling and blathering from me. Let's get into promos and hear what these guys have to say right now.
Well, hey everybody, it's Sandy the Sandman here. I am back again in Multiplex Entertainment, doing another Fandom match, and I couldn't be more happy to face the person that I'm facing today. We've never faced off before, and this is going to be an absolute pleasure. Dominic is one of the rising stars of this league. However, he did beat my team partner and best buddy Jeremy Adams in his opening match, and I have to try my best to get a little bit of revenge. It's going to be a tall order because Dominic is a special player, and I think he's going to go far in every league that he decides to play in. So I'm just going to give it my best shot and hope for the best, and hopefully I come out on top. But either way, look forward to doing this match.
Typical Canadian saying everything nice. No, seriously though, I'm actually really happy to be back here. I'm happy to be playing the Duke League again. I'm kind of kicking ass in this like I usually do, but like I keep saying, I like the trivia most above everything else. Sandy, I'm happy to kick your ass and add your name to my list of people that I've defeated, and I will see you in the ring.
All right, not a lot of smack talk done. This is probably the nicest round of promos you'll hear. Dom coming in a little cocky, a little confident. Sandy, the typical Canadian, just telling him that he's the future of the league, which is Sandy's favorite thing to say. So, what do you think, Tim?
I don't know. It ought to be pretty interesting. Sandy always has that attitude of coming in, really putting the light more towards the other person. That's how Sandy always is. And a lot of time when he does that, he can win. Now, on the other hand, with this, we've seen Dom's rise to fame with this, especially in teams with Jake, where he carries Jake all the way through. Just saying, Jake. But it's going to be really interesting because I think Sandy, if he can get everything lined up, it's going to be one hell of a challenge for both of these guys. It's really going to depend on how the questions come down, but it could really be a good old-fashioned slobber knocker, as good old JR used to say.
All right, well, I think that with that, I think both these guys are ready, so let's get right into the proper introductions. Introducing first, he is the #5 ranked contender and coming to the ring with a record of 2 wins and 0 defeats. Representing Atomic Nation and Team 80s is Sandy the Sandman Robinson. And his opponent, coming to the ring as the #3 ranked contender with a record of 2 wins and 0 defeats. Representing the usual suspects, he is the movie nerd, Dominic Rizzi.
Yeah, you got my nickname right.
All right, gents, you know how this works. 10 questions in round 1 worth 1 point apiece from 10 different areas of fandom. If you get a perfect first round, you will get a bonus question. You have 3 repeats for the entirety of a match and a challenge rule. Any questions?
Nope.
Nope.
All right, then let's get right into it. And Tim, you want to give them their first question?
Gentlemen, your first question comes in the Wizarding World, and your question is such. In what film would you find the following exchange? Now, if you two don't mind, I'm going to go to bed before either of you come up with a clever idea to get us killed. Or worse, she needs to sort out her priorities. Granted, this is a family movie. I really wish something else would have been said, but you know.
That was a long one. I commend you for getting all of those words out in a consecutive order.
Yeah, that is your longest one here, Caleb.
I think that is the longest question written in the history of fandom. All right, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We will start with Sandy.
It's Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Philosopher's Stone.
That is correct. And Dom?
Sorcerer's Stone.
That is also correct.
Because Caleb has only seen the first one.
I've seen the first 2, and I'm going to watch Prisoner as soon as we're done here, so...
Bullshit! Bullshit! I need to something to drink. Hold on.
Your second question here in fandom comes in the category of the MCU. Name 2 of Thanos' 4 children in Avengers Infinity War.
Yes, in case you forgot, he had, you could build up a lot of children when you go around destroying planets and taking half their inhabitants.
Yeah.
Not gonna lie, I actually liked how these characters were handled in this movie.
You might be the only one.
I liked a certain 2 in battle when we saw Captain America enter, but
repeat
that theme.
Repeat.
That is Sandy's first repeat. All right, your question in the category of the MCU. Name 2 of Thanos' 4 children in Avengers Infinity War. This is my second favorite movie of the year. It was my favorite for a very long time, and then I saw a little movie called Bad Times at the El Royale.
That one's a good one. Mid-90s is the best, though.
Still haven't seen mid-90s. I live in the middle of nowhere where you get nothing.
Bitch, you don't know the middle of nowhere.
I live in the middle of Minnesota. Fight me. 5.
Oh, so you're literally in Fargo.
3, 2, 1. Haha, Fargo is an hour south of me. Pens down. We will start with Dom on this one.
Ebony Maw and Proxima Midnight.
That is correct. And Sandy?
Ebony Maw and Corvus Glaive.
That is also correct.
Yeah, and the fourth one, the big guy, is Cull Obsidian, also known as the Black Dwarf.
Black Dwarf, yep.
That is correct on all fronts.
And Proxima Midnight, someone also forgot.
I said Proxima Midnight.
Or Proxima. Oh, I did not hear you. Oh, it's my turn. Okay. All right. In the realm of DC, these are questions outside the worlds of DC. Which Batman films have the following... Why did you put films? It's which Batman film has the following tagline? Courage now, truth always.
Sorry, what?
And you... Oh, yes.
Yeah, repeat that. Sorry, there's a cutout.
Yeah. Which Batman film has the following tagline? Courage now, truth always.
When you're typing fast, typos happen.
Well, I'm just happy to point this one out because you and your little lover there, Jim, always like to point out mine, so, you know.
Okay, then. This Batman film, though, just rewatched it recently. Not terrible. Not a bad one.
Yeah.
Cool.
I don't know.
2, 1. Pens down. We'll start with Sandy.
I'm wrong. I said Batman Begins.
That is incorrect. And Dom.
Total guess. Batman Forever?
It is indeed Batman Forever.
Holy fuck, yes!
Nice.
But Sandy was right. That film, Batman Begins, is better.
Batman Begins is the better Batman film. Undeniable.
Well, compared to Batman Forever.
Yes, it is. All right, your next question comes in the realm of Pixar. How many Pixar films has Michael Keaton voiced a role in?
It's weird thinking Michael Keaton would do Pixar, but he's done everything.
Oh yeah, like once you've done Batman twice, you've done Marvel once. Come on, you can get into the Pixar realm and mess around. See, I think he's trying to hit all the areas of fandom at some point. Watch him show up in Fantastic Beasts #3. But
You better stay away from Fast and Furious.
3, 2, 1. Breaking news: he is the villain of Fast and Furious 10. Hands down. We will start with Dom.
2.
That is correct. And Sandy.
2 as well.
That is correct.
All right, gentlemen, in one of my favorites, in Fast and Furious, what is the name of the terrorist who blackmails Dom into joining her crew in Fate of the Furious? I would say this would be what we call a gimme, Caleb.
I do really like this film. I don't know. It's one of my personal favorite Fast movies. Don't hate
I
it.
know I've said I can shut my brain off with stupidity and just enjoy the movie, but this one was really pushing my boundary for that. And
I don't
this is
understand.
coming out of all the Transformers movies, damn it.
The
I don't
last,
understand how you can have this push your buttons and not have 7 push your buttons. 7 was pretty bad. We're going with 5.
Yeah, but 7 had production problems. This one didn't.
Yeah.
2,
Yeah.
1. I don't know. It's my second favorite Fast movie. Pens down. We're going to start with Sandy.
the last 20 minutes of this movie is absolutely awesome and hilarious, but the bad guy her name is Cypher.
That is correct. And Dom.
Cypher, played by Charlize Theron, who took a suggestion for the hair from her assistant.
That is correct on all accounts. All right, your next question comes in the category of Star Wars. Who played Captain Phasma in The Force Awakens?
See, I kind of wish I was playing with this question because I would say, can I take the Dan Merle approach, go first, and say it so I can skip the horrible spelling job I would do on the first name?
Ooh. We don't know if I would accept your approach that way either. Right. Star Wars, pretty good. Force Awakens, it's fine. 5. 4.
It's better than The Last Jedi.
2.
Yes.
1, you're very incorrect. Pens down. We will start with Dom.
Brienne of Tarth herself, Gwendolyn Christie.
That is correct. And Sandy.
I couldn't pull it.
Ooh, that's another miss for Sandy, unfortunately. Yep.
All right, gentlemen, your next question comes in the realm of Disney. If you can believe this, which Pirates of the Caribbean film is the only one to win an Oscar? I didn't think any of these have won anything for Oscars, Caleb.
Interestingly enough, I was watching one of them last night and just randomly, looked it up and did a deep dive on Pirates trivia. So some of it has leaked in over the course of the week. So
I still can't believe you.
Do we have to put the whole title down, like Pirates of the
We will
Caribbean,
take just the subtitle.
Just
the
the subtitle. Okay.
Yep.
Because that is a lot to write.
4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. We are going to start with Sandy.
At World's End?
That is incorrect. And Dom?
Damn, I guess that World's End too.
Is it on Stranger Tides?
It is Dead Man's Chest.
Oh, god damn it.
Chest. Won the Oscar for Best Visual Effects.
Oh, that's right. I forgot.
Yeah. Damn.
No, perfect.
That was the best.
Year
That was the best visually looking movie of that year. Although I'm still surprised Transformers didn't win the next year.
I believe the next year was Heaven. No, you're right. Anyway, your next question comes in the realm of Bond. James Bond. What was the second James Bond film released? I know Robert Parker is the biggest James Bond fan in the world.
I kind of wish we had James Bond's little brothers movies as a category in fandom. The better English spy, I would say, Austin Powers.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say Johnny English.
No, it would be Austin Powers.
3,
especially when 4 comes out here in a couple
One.
years.
Pens down. We will start with Dom.
From Russia with Love.
That is correct. And Sandy.
I am wrong. I chose another one.
All right.
All right, gentlemen. Your next category, I think this is going to put a smile on Sandy's face. Star Trek. And your question. How many Star Trek films has Leonard Nimoy appeared in?
As the fingers start flying up as they furiously try and count.
I'm really glad this isn't in podcast form because I can just think of people listening of them. Oh, fingers flying up. They're getting flipped off. Like, no.
Nope. Sandy loves Star Trek. I believe, Sandy, if I'm not mistaken, you did 2 whole, 3-hour episodes of Rhyme and Reason on Star Trek.
Wasn't quite that long, but it was a great long 2-part episode of Rhyme and Reason. The first one is up, I believe, now.
I have already listened to it. Thoroughly enjoy it. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hands down. We will start with Sandy.
9.
That is incorrect. We'll go to Dom.
8.
It is 8.
He wasn't in Beyond because he'd already died by that point.
He is mentioned in Beyond. He does not appear in Beyond. Yes.
His picture is in Beyond.
That doesn't count.
And that's why I changed it from 8 to 9, because he actually appears in visual form in 9.
Do you want to formally challenge?
I am going to formally challenge if that's the wrong answer.
All right. All right, so now that the challenge has been officially reviewed, the wording of the question was appeared, and we did look at it. Sandy is technically correct. There is a picture of Leonard Nimoy in the runtime of Star Trek Beyond. Therefore, we are going to award Sandy the point, and Dom will lose his correct answer of 8. It is actually 9. All right. Okay. Where are we at? Last question.
You have the final one.
I have the final one, or do you have the final one?
I just read the Star Trek one.
Oh, all right. I'll take.
I can read the final one if you want.
I'll take the last one. I'll take the last one. It's fine. All right. All right, gentlemen, and your final question here in the first round comes from the category of Marvel. These are films outside the MCU. What Worlds of DC composer also composed the score for Deadpool? This one's a bit of a head scratcher.
If anyone misses this, I don't feel bad because who cares about composers unless you're John Williams?
Also, who cares about the Worlds of DC unless you're a fan of Wonder Woman? At me.
Not even their stars care. Their stars have left by the grove.
Yeah, Ben Affleck, Henry Cavill, no longer there, so I don't know. We'll see how it goes. You can also check out the first episode of Multiplex Writes Justice League, where me and Kane are going to rewrite Justice League live on the air. Have not released that yet. Check that out when it happens.
So it's basically from the first page on, because it's all wrong.
1. Pens down, we will start with Dom.
Junkie XL?
That is correct. And Sandy?
Wow, what a nice. I said Hans Zimmer. It's wrong. Nice.
It is indeed Junkie XL. And with that, we have ended round number 1. Dom scoring 8 points in that round. Sandy trailing with 5. But anything can happen as we get into round number 2, which is the wheel round. You are each going to get a chance to spin from our lovely wheel, brought to us by WheelDecide.com. As the wheel comes up right now, you're going to get each going to get a chance to spin from the wheel. If you like the category you land on, you're going to get 5 questions worth 2 points apiece. If you don't like the category you land on, you can't spin again, but you're stuck with whatever category you land on. If you do like the category you are going to get 5 questions worth 2 points apiece. If you don't know the answer fully, you can default to multiple choice, but it will bring the point value down from 2 to being worth 1 point. Sandy has 2 repeats, and Dom, you have all 3. Any questions going into round number 2?
Nope.
All right, Dom, you are in the lead. Would you like to go first or second?
First.
All right, your categories today are Pixar, Star Trek, Wizarding World, Worlds of DC, MCU, Fast and Furious, Disney, and Marvel. And your spin is away, and it lands on Disney. Would you like to keep it or spin again?
Spin again.
All right, you are stuck with whatever you land on this time, and it looks like it is going to be... Looks like you're stuck with Disney on this one.
All right, I'll take it, I guess.
All right. I will issue to you your questions in the world of Disney. And your first question. In Pirates of the Caribbean at World's End, what is Captain Barbossa's piece of 8?
Multiple choice.
Your multiple choice options are A, an Aztec gold coin, B, a beard bead, C, his hat, or D, Ragetti's glass eye.
Ragetti's glass eye.
That is correct for 1 point. Your second question in the realm of Disney. What song do Anna and Hans sing in Frozen?
Love is an open door.
2 points. Your third question in the category of Disney. Who voices Ariel in The Little Mermaid?
Jodie Benson.
2 more points. He's making up for that missed Disney question in round 1. Your fourth question. What song does Frollo sing alone in The Hunchback of Notre Dame?
I think I know what it is, but let me hear a multiple choice.
Your multiple choice options are A, Hellfire, B, The Bells of Notre Dame, C, The Feast of Fools, or D, Never Alone.
A, Hellfire.
That is correct for 1 more point.
I didn't want to screw up by saying a lyric of the song again.
And your final question in Disney. What Disney animated film was released in 2004?
Home on the Range.
That is a big 2 points. And with that, that is a clean sweep for Dom in round number 2. And coming out of his round number 2, he is up 17 to Sandy's 5. But Sandy, you are not out of it. You have a chance.
I only have 16.
Yeah, it's 16.
Oh, it's 16. You're right, 16. My bad. All right, coming out of Dom's round number 2, Dom has 16 points. But Sandy, fear not, you are not out of it yet. You have a chance to spin the wheel. Disney is off the table. And your spin, it lands on Star Trek. Would you like to keep it or spin again?
I'll keep it.
All right, Sam, you want to issue him his questions in Star Trek?
All right, Sandy, your first question in the world of Trek, the better of the stars. What is the name of the Vulcan who joins Kirk's crew in The Wrath of Khan?
Oh, I don't have to write it down. The Vulcan who joins the crew at the Wrath of Khan is Lieutenant Savick.
That is correct for 2 points. All right, your second question. How many films does the character of Sarek appear?
Oh, shit.
I'm down 5, 4, 3, 2,
3.
Dom, you do have a chance for a big steal here.
4.
It's 2.
That is correct.
Oh,
Wait, that's correct?
Yeah, that was a 2-point steal.
nice. Trying to think of the fourth one.
3, 4, Star Trek 09, and Wrath of Khan? Oh, no, sorry, Into Darkness?
Into Darkness.
Okay. I couldn't remember
All right.
if he was in Into Darkness or not.
All right, Sandy, your third question. What film does Whoopi Goldberg appear in?
Yeah, Star Trek Generations.
That is correct.
Yep,
Caleb, you have the wrong
He is correct.
one.
That is just a miss. That is a typo. He's correct.
Yeah, because I had to double check, like, what the fuck did he...
No, he is correct. That is a typo.
Yes. Yes. All right. Your penultimate question, Sandy. What rank does Savick hold in the Wrath of Khan?
Lieutenant.
Yeah. Which you've already said earlier.
Yep.
Should have just gave him the 2 points. All right. Your final question. Who plays Sephron Cochrane in First Contact?
James Cromwell.
2 more points. Despite only missing one, Sandy comes out with 8 points there with a grand total of 13. So it's still a game, folks.
All right, and with that, we are getting into round number 3. This is the betting round, which works like this. We are going to a category to the field, and you will tell us how many points you would like to bet between 0 and 2 points. If you get the question correct, you get those points. If you get it wrong, you lose those points. If you do bet 0, we ask you to play along for stats purposes, and we go until someone is mathematically eliminated or the score reaches 0, which is the Jim and Nico rule. Any questions?
No.
Just we use whiteboards, right?
Yes, it is a whiteboard round.
All right,
Yes.
cool.
1 and
All right.
3 are whiteboard. 2 is you can use whatever you want. You can use your hands, mouth, fingers, anything you want.
All right, your first question is in the category of Star Trek. How many points would you like to bet on Star Trek?
I think I know where both of these people are going to go with this, Caleb.
We'll see. All right, and they look ready. Sandy, how many are you betting?
I'm betting 2.
And Dom.
1.
All right, 2 and 1. And your question in Star Trek. Who directed Star Trek Generations?
I figured they both were going for 2. Oh, well.
Dom surprising us with his knowledge of Star Trek there in round number 2. So.
I think you have to admit that was kind of a guess with him, too. So.
Bit of a guess. Yeah, bit of a guess.
Oh, it was a guess. Total guess. Star Trek's my worst category.
Well, never mind. 5, 4, 3.
I need a repeat.
All right, that is Sandy's second repeat. In the category of Star Trek, who directed Star Trek Generations?
I think it was a very good passing of the baton movie.
Absolutely. If you were ever going to see the 2 most iconic captains in Star Trek history crossover, this would be the film.
Yes. Yeah.
All right, we'll go 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hands down, we will start with Sandy.
I believe it's David Carson.
2 points.
That is a big 2 points.
And Dom.
I put Jonathan Frakes. I couldn't get it.
Oh, that is a big swing. It is 17-15 going into the second question.
Nice. All right. Your next category you can bet points on, gentlemen, is the category of Pixar. How many points will you bet in Pixar?
Can we bet up to 3?
Nope, 2.
No, Subroth, you cannot. God damn it, Subroth. All right, they both seem ready, so we will go to Dom this time.
2 points.
All right, and Sandy.
I'm betting 0.
Playing it safe. All right, your question in Pixar. Who voices Marlin in Finding Dory?
Dom writing down pretty quickly.
He's awesome, this guy.
All right. Fair enough. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Dom, what do you got?
Albert Brooks.
That's correct for 2 points. And Sandy, did you have it?
Nope.
All right. Did not gain anything, did not lose anything. And your third category in which you can bet points on is the Wizarding World. How many points would you guys like to bet on the Wizarding World? Both look ready. We'll start with Sandy.
2 points.
And Dom.
2 points.
All right, and your question from the Wizarding World. What was the first Wizarding World film to be directed by David Yates?
Can we just write the subtitle?
Yep, subtitle is fine.
Fun fact, I don't think you've seen this one either, Caleb.
Not seeing this one.
It's my favorite book.
I hear it's the worst movie. 5,
It's not.
4,
Half-Blood
No.
Prince is the worst.
3, 2. I hear that's one of the better ones. 1. Pens down. We will start with Sandy.
It is Half-Blood Prince.
Incorrect, Dom.
Order of the Phoenix.
Order of the Phoenix.
It is Order of the Phoenix.
Damn.
All right.
Do the math.
All right, gentlemen. Your next category you can bet points on the MCU. How many points do you want to bet for the MCU? All right, both seem ready, so we'll go to Sandy first.
1 point.
All right, and Dom.
2 points.
Okay. And your question in MCU. In what film are audiences first introduced to the character of Maria Hill?
Lot of attention and stat crunching going on from the desk.
Not really that hard if you're good at math. Oh, wait a minute, I am. I know it's hard for you.
No. I'm doing
know it's very
additional.
hard
I'm
for
doing
you.
additional background stats for
Whatever you want to tell yourself, sunshine.
4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. We'll start with Sandy
The Avengers.
and Dom.
The Avengers.
And your winner, by way of technical knockout, the movie nerd, Dominic Rizzi. It was indeed the Avengers. Final score 23-14. What a game. What a game, Tim.
Oh yeah, it was destined to be a big game with these two. We just kind of knew that. So it really just came down, I think, really that third round. Round 2, Disney was a big round for Dom, but Star Trek was a big round for Sandy. And I mean, maybe that 2-point steal probably played closer into it, but I mean, round 3, it seemed like it came out pretty clear there towards the end. But both of them had a valiant game, valiant performance. Can't take nothing away from them.
Absolutely. Tim, do you want to take us into our post-match interviews?
No. Yeah, I can take them in there. Just
Okay.
give me a second.
Oof.
Great match, Dominic.
You know what? Actually, if you want me to take it, Tim, I can.
No, I can take it. Or,
I-
I mean,
That's fantastic match, Sandy. You did really great.
I have statistics, so I'll go ahead and do it.
I had statistics too, but go ahead.
No. I mean, I have records and stuff to bring up, so I'll go ahead and do it.
All right. Fuck you.
All right. We are here in post-match interviews, and I'm here with our winner, Dominic Rizzi. How do you feel about that one?
I feel good. I needed this. But no, seriously, Sandy played a great match. It was awesome. He definitely was not as bad as he made himself out to be. I don't really know why he said that. But like I said, I did what I came here to do. I conquered, and I can't wait to face off against whoever I'm facing off against in the triple threat #1 contenders match.
Well, we know, speaking of that #1 contender, triple threat, this was the second match of the day, so we know one of you people who you're playing. Case Cornelissa taking out Eli McKay just prior to this. You and Case are confirmed for that triple threat. How do you feel about taking on the Grand Admiral?
Oh man, I don't feel good. I think I kicked his ass before in Fandom. I don't remember. But yeah, and then who are the competitors for the third place for the
the third place one comes up next, and that's me and Jen Kemp. So
okay.
Yeah,
you'll be facing Jen.
Yeah. Wow. Okay.
This is going to be an interesting match to say.
Boss.
This is going to be an interesting match to say the least. That is all I have to say to that.
So I have a few questions for you prior to letting you go here in regards to the triple threat match. So I want to ask you this. You and Case are the front runners for Rookie of the Year. You both have had terrific seasons so far, 3-0 singles runs. both of your teams are in contention for the belt. How do you feel taking on someone who is so equal-minded to you in terms of performance?
Like I keep saying, man, I don't have a long, elaborate-ass answer for that. All I have to say is lambs to the slaughter.
All right, and my next question for you before I drop a couple records on and stats on you about your performance today. Between myself and Jen, who would you rather be the third person at the desk for that match?
Well, it's a tricky situation because if I get you, I knock your little ass out. But if I get Jen, I don't know. I might actually have some like really heavy competition because I've heard that girl knows her stuff. So I don't know. I like good competitors, but at the same time, I like winning. So tomato, tomato.
All right, I'm trying really hard to keep the Hulk in right now at that comment. So I'm just going to move on to stats for you. This is your third.
Before Thanos comes out, whoops your ass. Yeah.
This is your third match now with an above 80% accuracy game. You are the only person so far in the history of fandom to accomplish such a feat. And not only that, you are in second place. You were 1 point away from tying the single points record with your team partner, Jake Marangoni. That's his record still, but you were 1 point away from tying him today. So how do you feel overall about their performance, knowing that you have these stats and records now?
It feels good, man. It means I have a rep to maintain, but it also shows that all this maintaining this information over the years has finally paid off for something. So it feels good.
Absolutely. Well, congrats to you today. We will see you in just 2 weeks. Well, actually, we'll see you next week when Usual Suspects play in their pool finals, which actually I'll get your thoughts on that real quick. How do you feel about taking on the Silver Shamrocks for your spot in the team title match?
Lambs to the slaughter.
Lambs to the slaughter. All right, I like it. That's the new hashtag in relation to Dominic Rizzi. Lambs to the slaughter. All right, well, we will see you compete again in 2 weeks in singles to see if you're playing Robert for the belt or not. Congratulations on your performance today. We will see you next week and the week after, I guess. It'll just be a month of Rizzi.
Peace out, guys. I got to run to class. This was awesome. I'm glad Sandy played a kick-ass match. Tim, Caleb, great seeing you guys. Peace.
See ya. All right, and our unfortunate loser, Sandy the Sandman Robinson. You had a pretty solid game today. How do you feel about your performance?
Yeah, I mean, I can't help but be a bit disappointed. I mean, I think round 3 really did me, and I am absolutely demolished that when the Wizarding World question came up that I knew that it was Order of the Phoenix, but all I could think about was Dumbledore's Army, and I just couldn't think of the title. So I was like, I got to just put one down. So that one was what really shook me a little bit at the end there, and I knew I had to score as many points as possible in the last question. But Dominic is a phenomenal player. He just is, and there's a reason. I hope that he goes on and to face Robert Parker, because that'll be an amazing match depending on who comes out of the next match. But because I have a favorite in that match as well. So, but you know what? It's been a pleasure. I can't wait till my next match here. I know it'll probably be a little bit, but you know what? It's been fun. I've enjoyed myself completely. So.
Yeah, man, it's been a privilege having you here playing in singles and teams for the rest of the season. You are unfortunately done for the season here with us, but we do know next year your first match back in teams. You and Jeremy will be playing the Knights of Hydra in your very first match next season. Any thoughts on that one?
You know what? Jeremy and I go into every match hoping that we play as well as we can and that we come out on top. But we always give our opponents respect because everybody that plays in these leagues deserves it no matter what. It's hard to do this all the time. You can say whatever you want, but whenever you ask me a question, I feel like there's a giant light on me. So we play in the lights too. So I'm just looking forward to playing, and whoever comes out on top will be the winner.
Absolutely. And I guess I got one last little question for you. When you come back in singles, there is a good chance that you will be in a pool of people that are set to make a bit of a title run. And there is a match coming up that I am pretty sure you'll be playing the winner of. I believe next season you'll be playing the winner of one Mr. VHS Nazario Montenegro and one British Bulldog Dave Goodyear. So of those two, who would you rather face at the start of next season?
You know what? I'll play either one of them. I like both competitors. Dave has been around for a long time in this league, and so is Nazario. Nazario was one of the first people that we had in the Fan Reaction League. So it'll be a privilege and a pleasure to play either one of them. If I was to give you a preference, Dave, because Dave's got more geek knowledge than you think. So he just needs the right categories, and he can score pretty high.
All right. Well, thank you so much for being here. We will see you next season, and we will throw it back to Tim up at the desk right now. All right, Tim, that was a good one. What do you think?
Yeah, it was what it was. Sandy gave a valiant effort. I think we found a new Titan there, Hulk. So you can calm your Hulkness down before the Titan had to shut you up there, Caleb. Because I know you love to get in your personas of ego-driven eccentricism. But this throws an interesting twist into the Triple Threat #1 Contenders match, with now Dominic Rizzi advancing to that. And only one person scares the Hobbit Robert Parker, and that is Dominic Rizzi. So with this now him entered into the Triple Threat, I can only sense a matter of time before a changing of the guard, maybe, in the future of Fandom titles.
Maybe. I think any of the 4 people now that are in contention for that match, that are in contention for that title, whether it be Case, whether it be Dom, whether it be me, whether it be Jen, I think of the 4 of us that are in the running to play Robert, any of them could give a good fight and a good run. But I think Rizzi just exploded, and I think that performance will definitely send shivers down Robert Parker's spine.
I think it's going to send shivers down a lot of competitors' spines, because he proved this is like you said, his 3rd match in a row, above 80% overall accuracy, only missing a few questions. Like, this could be a new star in the making, maybe in Fandom, but who knows? We'll have to see after this Triple Threat. This Triple Threat, I think, is really going to be a match for all 3 of the contenders. Once we get the 3rd contender in there, it really is going to be a match to see who really shines and step forward from the pack to really challenge for the title.
Absolutely. And with that, I think it is time to wrap this one up. We'll get into our post-match plugs. Dom had to go, so we'll start with Sandy. Where can the good kids on the internet find you?
You guys can always find me anywhere on Facebook and Twitter at srobinson1799. I appreciate the follow. You guys can find me here in Multiplex. You guys can find me over at Full Metal Trivia, where we have stuff going on like you guys every day of the week almost. But you can also find me as a member of Take 3 Tuesday or Thursdays with Late Night with Take 3, where this fine, young-looking, good-looking gentleman with the hat has been on a few times. We have a great time on Late Night. Tim has been on Late Night, I believe, as well. We have a look at that. We might have to get.
You said good-looking guy in the hat. I knew.
Yeah, absolutely. And you can see me and my co-host partner Matt Kearns every Saturday, and with Rhyme and Reason, we have a great first episode of a 2-part episode of Star Trek. We talk about all things Star Trek. Go check that out right now. The 2nd episode will drop next Saturday, and then coming up, it's a good one, folks. We have another 2-part episode where we discuss Star Wars. So go and check those out. But thanks so much to Multiplex and you guys for having me this season. It's been an absolute pleasure. You guys do a great job over here. Thanks so much.
All right. And our Commissioner, Tim, where can I find you?
You can find me here, as always, with Multiplex, helping out around keeping this trivia going. You know, the fun part of questioning life choices, like I said earlier. But with all that, you can find me helping out every Monday in movies, every Tuesday with TV, both TVs, regulars, and Fandom. Wednesdays with sports. Thursday, we don't really have anything right now, trivia-wise. We do have shows with Crisis on Multiplex. I do believe the Arrowverse recap show of Nico and Zadius, the Arrowverse champion, and every Friday helping out Caleb with Fandom Fights because Kane McMillan is MIA again. And, of course, Nerdgasm once it comes back on Saturdays under new look, I guess you could say, which I can't wait to see that. And, of course, wrapping it up every Sunday around the league with Nico Suave Regole, the Night Fury himself. That's where you can find me.
All right, and you can find me on Twitter and Instagram at Caleb Coho. That is KALEBKOHO. You can find me on YouTube, Caleb Coho, where I do music, Coho Productions, where I do filming on both channels right now. My movie Chick Part 2 is out for you to watch for free. When it's not free necessarily is my album Super Teams with my group The Forks, which you can find on iTunes, Spotify, wherever you consume your digital music. Give it a listen, give it a share if you like. And you can find me right here on Multiplex Entertainment running Fandom Fight on Fridays and a new show, Jake Marangoni, on Thursdays that we'll be announcing in December. So check that out. That should be starting about the 2nd or 3rd week of December is when we're going to unveil that thing of beauty on Thursdays. And you can also see me help out with Nerdgasm on Saturdays. We're working to bring that one back. But yeah, guys, thank you so much for watching. Don't go anywhere because I am going to make like Thanos and get up off my seat, get in the ring and get my hands dirty and play the Math Queen, Jen Kemp, right here shortly. So stick around. We have one more match for you today. And at the end of today, we will know what 3 competitors. We know Case is there. We know Rizzi is there. Will it be me or will it be Jen in that 3rd chair at the Triple Threat Number 1 Contenders match? Stay tuned because that's coming up right next. So thank you all for watching, and we will see you all very shortly.